Hey guys, and welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you are returning. Today I want to talk about what to do if you are struggling with living in the end. I want to address what to do if you are having difficulty in feeling that state of the wish fulfilled. And I want to give you guys a way to shift the mindset, a sort of mental hack, so that you are better able to live in that state of the wish fulfilled. And by doing this one simple mindset shift, you can manifest literally anything. So if manifestation and conscious creation are topics that you are interested in learning more about, then definitely don't forget to subscribe to my channel and be sure to hit the bell icon so that you don't miss any new videos that I post every week. And if you enjoy this content and you want to help my channel, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. And I wanted to make this video to address a question that I get asked very often. And that is, what do we do if we are having difficulty with living in the end, as they call it, living in that state of the wish fulfilled? What do we do if this has been a struggle for us or a struggle to maintain it? Because as most of you probably know, if you have been studying the law or studying Neville Goddard, the key concept to all of this is that feeling is the secret. You want to, in order to manifest your desire, you want to be able to feel as that person that has your desire. You want to, in imagination, live as though you are now the person that you desire to be. And you want to feel what that would be like if you now had that thing that you want here in the 3D. This is at the very core of these teachings. Because through imagination, by imagining yourself as that person or having the thing that you desire, you are then moved into that state or reality where that desire becomes a 3D experience. And probably the biggest area in which people I talk to have had difficulty is in achieving that feeling state and actually feeling what that would be like. Because the conundrum here is that for many people, they don't know what that feels like. It can be difficult if you have perhaps never experienced this thing before. If you have a desire that is something that you have never actually experienced or that you yourself have not been through, it can be very challenging to know what that would be like. It's hard to tap into something that you are not familiar with. And this is one of the roots that people have most difficulty in actually seeing their manifestation come to fruition. And when this happens, a lot of times it can cause feelings of discouragement. A lot of people start to feel very anxious, feel very stressed, because it feels like this is now something unattainable. And this brings to light a very limiting concept that many people have, a very limiting belief that sort of goes under the radar, but that is prominent in a number of people that I've talked to. I've come to see that there is a deeper conception being formed here. And that belief is basically that I can't do this. It becomes a feeling of I am not able to do this. And I've had many people tell me that this is how they ultimately feel, that they believe in the law, they believe that this is possible, they believe that manifestation is real, and they perhaps believe in the law, but they feel like they themselves can't do it, that they're sort of an exception or some kind of anomaly, and that they're not able to actually do what it takes to consciously bring this thing to pass or consciously manifest what they want. And this conception is really built around fear. It's built around a lot of insecurity in yourself and confidence in yourself. And I've noticed that this belief is running rampant for many people. This belief that I can't do this, I'm not able to do this, this is never going to work for me, I must be broken, I must be doing something wrong, I'm not getting it. And by entertaining these fears and these doubts, it of course makes it that much more difficult to embody that feeling of the wish fulfilled, or just embody a state that is resemblance to what you want. So if this is something that you have been struggling with, if you have had difficulty in living in the end or feeling what that would be like, perhaps you don't know what that looks like, you don't know what that would feel like, or perhaps you are struggling with some deeper self-doubt, there's a very simple trick that I want you guys to put your focus on and start to implement instead. I want you to simply start to cultivate the feeling of anything is possible for me. Anything is possible for me. If I set myself to do something, I can do it. I know that this is possible. I know I can do this. I know that anything is possible for me. And I want you to start there. What we want to do is we want to start with a solid foundation. For a lot of folks, I've noticed that when diving into this, going straight into these techniques to try to live in the end or feel what that would be like if you now had this thing happen to you, if you now experience what you desire. For many of us, it's very challenging to tap into that because perhaps you don't know what that feels like. Maybe that's something you've never experienced before. Like, for example, if you have financially struggled your whole life, if you have struggled in the area of money and wealth, and you have only really known the state of poverty or being broke, then trying to feel that state of abundance is going to feel pretty alien to you. It's going to feel very foreign, and it's not going to feel very natural, obviously. And with that comes a lot of fear and a lot of pressure to get this right or it's not going to happen. And that can trigger a whole lot of spiral mess that we want to avoid. So I want you guys to really start with making sure you have a solid foundation first. And that solid foundation is anything is possible for me. I know that I can do anything. I know that I can do it. I want you guys to really begin to speak this into existence. I want you to say it out loud, get yourself motivated, really jazz yourself up. And this ties in really well with belief and understanding beliefs, especially in context with the law. Because the law of assumption states that whatever we believe, whatever we assume is true, is ultimately what becomes true for us. Whatever we subscribe to, whatever our convictions are, is what ultimately becomes our reality. But for many of us, especially if we are still very new to this idea, if we're still very new to the law, or perhaps we have not fully built our faith or really cemented that faith and trust in the law, this can be incredibly challenging. And I want to be very clear that this is really the only mindset to help you achieve anything that you want. If you can shift into this mindset, and if you can really suspend everything else, do away with everything else, this is the key to success. And I want to be very clear that this does not mean that you have to have full throat conviction that your manifestation is going to come to pass. You don't need to be so confident that this is going to happen. And I think for many of us, the fear is that we need to have that level of confidence or it's not going to happen. No, this just means we need to believe that this is possible. We need to get to the self-conviction that this is possible for us, that this is a possibility and this is something that we can do. This is something that we can see ourselves achieving, which is why it is really, really, really helpful if you have the mindset or the core belief that anything is possible for me. Anything is possible for me. I know I can do this. I know that I can set my mind to anything and I can see it happen. I can make it happen. I have faith in myself. I know I can do this. And I really want to stress the importance of this. If you have the general conception, if you have a core belief that you can do this, whatever that is, if that is one of your foundational beliefs, if that is fundamentally a part of who you are, then no matter what you're trying to do, it's going to feel that much more obtainable. You're going to feel that much more confident in yourself. You're going to have much less of that fear and that doubt and that insecurity that ultimately becomes a stumbling block. If you cultivate the feeling that anything is possible for you and really begin to psych yourself up like this, you are removing so many barriers just through this mindset shift alone. If you can begin to cultivate the feeling of you are able to do anything, you are directly combating that fear and that insecurity that you may have in yourself. You are obliterating the doubt that you may hold Because at the end of the day, a huge part of this comes down to faith. It comes down to faith in ourself. And that is where a lot of people have had a very difficult time, because again, for many people, they do not have full-throated conviction in themselves. For many people, and it typically hangs out somewhere in the back, it's in the periphery, it's not right in front of us, but for many people, the feeling is, I believe in this, I know this is true, but I must be an exception because I can't do it. I have a feeling like this works for everybody else but me. And I have heard that so many times. I have heard so many people say this. And so I know that this is a very common thing. And I subscribe to this too. I very much had this mindset once upon a time myself. So if you can really begin to take that sense of, no, I actually can do anything. If you can boldly assume that you are now this person that is capable of doing anything, that you have the strength and that you have the means and that you have the capabilities to do whatever it is that you want, if this becomes your baseline, if this becomes your foundation, and you then also apply everything that you've learned when it comes to the law, you will be unstoppable. And I'm going to give you guys a personal example of one time that this really came in clutch for me and completely saved my ass. And this was actually before I found Neville Goddard. This was maybe a year or two beforehand. I was working as a freelance and independent producer. I used to do things like anything from short films to commercials to low to mid-budget feature films, all of that. But I was working with a production company. I was hired on by a production company, me and the director, who was my business partner at the time. We were doing a commercial for a very, very big named client. I mean, we're talking one of the biggest conglomerates, biggest corporations in the world. And we had just wrapped on a big project for them that was for their internal team. And one of the things that was required, that was in our agreement with this corporation, was that they needed to receive all of the footage. They needed to receive everything by a certain date. So they needed to get the hard drive with everything that we did, everything that we shot, and all of the graphics, everything that was related to this project. We needed to dump it onto this hard drive and we needed to send it to them by a certain date. And this was mandatory. So we had wrapped on a Friday and the deadline to get them this hard drive was this upcoming Monday. Well, there was a mix-up somewhere between the head of the production company that had hired us and the director, and the long story short was the hard drive did not get dropped off at the post office in time to meet the deadline. The plan originally was to drop this in the post with insurance, of course, and make sure that it was there at the office by the deadline. We were working out of Atlanta, Georgia. The company was in San Francisco. So it needed to be by post and we had to have it dropped off by the state. And through the head of the production company and the director, something fell through the cracks and this hard drive did not get mailed in time. And I remember this vividly because this was late Saturday night. And when it came to the realization that this hard drive was not in the mailbox, people panicked. There was panic. Everybody was sweating bullets. I was sweating bullets because at the end of the day, it was going to be my ass. Because at the end of the day, my job was to make sure that everybody was doing their job. And somehow, wires did not get crossed, even though I went behind everybody and to the best of my ability, thought that everything was getting done the way it was supposed to get done, but it didn't. And ultimately that landed on me. Because at the end of the day, that was my job. So needless to say, it was now Saturday evening, the hard drive did not get in the mail, and there was no way at this time that we could get it there by post. And naturally, I panicked. I was having kittens. I was freaking out. I was like, fuck, there goes my job, there goes my reputation. This was a big oops. So Sunday morning came around and there was now just over 24 hours. I called every single courier, mail courier, to see if there was any way possible that I could get this hard drive to the other side of the country in 24 hours. Needless to say, the answer was no. Initially, I felt defeated. I felt like, this is it. I'm ruined. I'm never going to have a job in this town again. This is going to be such a dark stain on my reputation that, I should just pack it up and go home. And that lasted for all of maybe an hour or two when I was wallowing in that fear and that self-pity. But then I said, and I made the conscious decision, I remember this very vividly, I made the conscious decision of, you know what? Screw that. No. I'm fucking good at what I do. Excuse the language, but I was like, I am good at what I do. I am a damn good producer, and I know that I can do this. I know that I can make sure somehow, some way, that this hard drive is going to get to their office by Monday, by the deadline. I can do it. I can make it happen. I don't know how. I don't know what the hell I'm going to do, but I can make it happen. And what I was doing unknowingly was utilizing the law, because I realized about an hour after I decided to take on this mentality, after I moved into this feeling of, screw that. No, I can do this. I can figure this out. Once I made that shift, about an hour later, I got a call from the director's mom, of all people. She had been in town and she was calling and she was worried about us because she had heard obviously what happened. The director spoke as much as he was able to reveal. He said that there was a big mix-up and that it was a pretty hefty no-no. And I remember her saying, Missy, what if we flew you out there? She's like, Missy, I have a boatload of airline points on my credit card. I have a ton of free miles that I'm probably never going to use before they expire. Let's get you a ticket and let's get you to San Francisco. And we did just that. And that day, about 2 hours later, I was at the airport getting ready to go to San Francisco. I arrived Sunday night, and Monday morning, I showed up at the office in person, and I got to meet everybody on the team. I got to meet the execs. I got to meet the higher ups. I got to meet the project manager. I got to show up at their office and hand the drive off to them in person. And everybody was amazed. Everybody was like, wow, these people go above and beyond. Like, this is incredible. Because I gave them the story of, yeah, I wanted to make sure that nothing happened in the mail. I wanted to make absolute certainty that you would in fact receive this. I got a bunch of glowing reviews, and from that move alone came a ton of work. And people in town started to talk about this. Like, word spread like rapid fire. Like, you want to hire Missy. She's your girl. She will figure it out and get it done. There is so much power in this mentality. Even if it looks like all the odds are against you, even if it looks like there seems to be no way forward, no matter what the perception might be, if you can tap into, if you can cultivate this feeling of, this is possible, I can do this, I can make this happen, I can make this happen. If you do just that, watch how fast things will open for you. Watch how quickly doors will begin to open for you, how quickly you will have epiphanies, and how much things begin to go in your favor. Because once you do this, once you begin to make that mindset shift, once you begin to shift your attention from, I can't do this, this is impossible, to actually anything is possible and I can do it, I am capable, I will make it happen, everything will work out for me, everything is going amazing for me, I always figure it out, I always make it work, I believe in myself. When you do that, everything begins to move in your favor. And that is ultimately the foundation that will help you to manifest anything that you want. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you are interested in checking out any of my other resources, I have links below to some of my resources, such as one-on-one coaching, my blog, my social channels, my podcast, my workshops and courses, all that good stuff. I got a ton of resources in that description box, so don't forget to check it out. Also, don't forget to check out the other videos on this channel. Don't forget to check out my Manifestation Fundamentals playlist. Each video is a different topic, but they all talk about how to manifest the best life ever. So until we meet again, you guys, as always, take care, be well, and never forget how powerful you truly are. Happy manifesting, guys.